Hello, 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 my Bible Glow family. How's everybody? So I'm trying something new today. My Microsoft camera, and already I don't like the colorization. I can see it's colors come up bright. I don't know why that's doing that. But yeah. Come and join tonight, join. Come and join. Come on. I'll be waiting for some. One person, one person, that's somebody else. Yeah, try to throw a little light on the subject. Hey, Alejandro. We had feedback. Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Okay. All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. So trying the new devices and seeing how things work and what works best. I guess I'm still getting that crazy sound. See, so I'm gonna have to go back over to comment on your photo. Somebody comment on photos. Excuse me. And go on YouTube on my phone now and see what's going on. See if I can. Trump decides. What? Trump. Okay. So it says live. It says I'm live here, but I don't see me there. So all right. So how's the audio now? Wow. Okay. Hello. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. What is it? Share screen. It's better. Maybe I should. No, it's all the way up. So control sharing. I don't know, bro. Control sharing. Devices and gadgets and things. What is this? Oh, I got light on my head. How about that? Maybe that's better. See the sunlight. How is the audio now? How is the audio now? It's fine now? Okay, good. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining the live. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, so a lot of good things are coming. I just, I'm finishing up my ebook, and I'm going to give it away. You know, for those that I'm going to create the link after the live. I'm going to create the link, and I'm going to put it in there, and I'm going to give it away. It's going to be some great stuff in there. Actually, it's going to be some prompts. Going to be some prompts inside the ebook, free prompts. that you could use to make your own Bible Glow like um, image to video movie or motion characters. And also, it's going to be in there some sigils for like Deborah and and a couple of the other biblical women, the lovely ladies. Um, so it'll be Deborah, and there'll be Miriam, and there'll be Mary Magdalene, a couple of people. Yeah, so it's part of the Glow Pack, and yeah, I'll be having some tiers, different tiers for the Glow Nation, and so everybody will be calling. I'll be calling people now. My Glow family, because we all are on the Glow Up, right? That's the name of the game. Got to get our glow up on, for whatever it is, your digital glow up, or you're moving out of certain territories that are glowing down instead of glowing up. I think y'all know what I mean. Yeah, a lot of changes going on in the world. So we definitely have to maintain what we've been doing for over thousands of years, right? And that's staying true to our inheritance, all the way from even before Egypt. But yeah, staying true to our heritage and staying true to our ancestors, and passing down the generational knowledge of our story, the mystery, not the history, not his story, our story, the mystery, the story that's not been told. Okay? Give me what I got. Makeup. Sweating over here. Yeah, it's a nice warm day, humid in Cambodia. And yeah, we're here. And we're gonna get this Bible Glow up to speed, where there'll be so much content that everyone will be so happy and they'll be like so overjoyed. And eventually I want to create small like movies, but right now I'm just doing the shorts, and I'll be doing lives to keep everybody updated. I'll be also discussing some main story topics in each of the lives, and the subject matter of the main thing. What I want to do is discuss what happened biblically, within the book, or the books that was extracted from the Bible. And some of those are the most important books to me. Technically, from the Ethiopian Bible, 88 books, but they were cut down to 66 books from the Roman Catholic version of the Bible. So a lot of information and mystical stuff was taken out, basically. They didn't want you to know the mystical side of what was going on from the writings. So we'll be talking about that kind of stuff, and paralleling those stories with why it's important now and the significance in today. Let's say, like this, for instance, right? The dispensation. Oh, by the way, my name is Dennis. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. Dennis L. Moore, creator of Bible Glow AI, the creator of Parallel, Galactic Law Enforcer, the creator of a host of other properties you can check down over here. And yeah, so we'll be talking about like the spiritual significance of why, the divine feminine is so important. If you know anything about spirituality, a lot of people that don't. Christ was the divine feminine. The spirit of Christ actually a divine feminine. Because even in that time, like today, like certain people still try to hold on to power. This, you know, patriarch, and this male dominant thing. Females actually more historically back then, they surprisingly held some very significant positions, quietly, and okay, I'm getting the feedback again. You might have to just abandon this particular thing. I appreciate the feedback on that. Yeah, on that. Very. So I'll know for future. Let me see how I can maybe try to fix that. So I'm not getting anything from the speaker. Preferences. Search. Yeah, thanks for that feedback, brother. Because without that, I'm just shooting in the dark, man, and it just take longer to get things done. So output shows it's built-in speakers. So let me do a test here. Okay. What about now? Could you let me know? I just adjusted something. Is it better? How is the volume and how is the audio now? Because if we can't clean this up, I'm gonna have to abandon this this microphone. Little better. Okay, little better is not gonna cut it. Okay, so now I know I'm gonna have to go through the phone to do my lives right now until I can adjust something better. I don't have any dashboards, and this camera I'm actually using is a head cam. I mean, it's not a head cam. It's a basic microphone camera, Microsoft camera. I mean, and it's pretty much almost 5 years old. So I never had any use for it. It's working now. I did adjust something. It's working now. Yeah, I don't like that going in and out stuff. I want things to be consistent. All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. So yes, the Go Travel. Okay. I just turned down the volume on the output, which is really on the speakers of the computer. I'm not using any external speakers. So thanks, man. Appreciate that. Co-pilot, my man. Yeah, Christ being the 13th out of the 12, because there is like I said, I'm talking about dispensations, I'm talking about cycles, and like the 12 hours in a day, the 12 months in a year. The apostles stood for what they would call the 12 zodiacs. So the apostle was emotional representation of each of those 12 signs. Doubt, faith. I don't know. Doubt and faith is pretty much just the opposites. Those are opposite polarities. But so there's the 12 hours of the day, the 12 months of the year. There's all these things that correspond with each other and that. So Christ being the head of the 12 with the 13th, and that's the number in our society everyone says is a bad number. Why is that? because this is the material plane. And just like the masculine energy doesn't want to recognize the feminine force in nature, that without it, none of us would be here, truthfully speaking, right? Christ came with that vibe, the heartical vibe, not an ego driven, but it was a consciousness of love and pure heart, which again, it's a function that women do naturally a lot. Well, I had to learn the hard way. Life is not just so cut and dry, but there's going to be some treacherous women out there that have none of that in them, and they just have the pure beast mode, and some old man and a woman boots kind of vibe. I don't know, but yeah. So everything is not just one way, and there's so many different degrees of it all. But so yeah, Christ was functioning as that divine feminine, which was coming from the heart. There's different functions: the mind, the heart, and the body. All the three again. The body, the Holy Spirit. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So yes, so there are stories in the Bible, and the women in the Bible were there for a reason. The Holy One trying to impart knowledge to all of us and spiritual information, used women, as messengers and as posts and places and things with real important lessons. But because this wasn't really pointed out by certain churches and things, it was kind of ignored. So for instance, again, like the fact that the Queen of Sheba came to visit Solomon, and her mission was to learn as much knowledge and wisdom as she could from a quote man who was supposed to be the wisest man. That there was prophecy, because I don't want to go too deep biblically. After Solomon, wiser, coming up, just like they said, the stone that was refused was the head cornerstone, and that's mentioned based on while trying to reconnect. Oh, that's just great. That's just great. Okay, I just got a warning saying my connection was unstable. Gotta go pay my bills. Yeah, so Christ was the head cornerstone, and the builders refused, which was the pyramid. Okay, three. And Queen of Sheba was the wisest one out of all the prophets that they said, then Solomon. And because of that, women inherited a certain level of leadership and freedom to lead in the next dispensation. And that's where we are at. We're in that next dispensation, which is the history in time that the certain biblical books will be unfolded and be opened. And so, yeah, so each woman has their prophetic reason and purpose, for being in the Bible. It's not just like, oh, this woman was hanging out. No, there's deeper meanings behind it. So, and we'll get into some of that for each one of them. Okay. Yeah. So, any questions out there? Start any questions and answers? Any questions I can answer? I say I got two people out here. I know Alejandro's here. I don't see nobody else. He's the only one speaking. Who else is out there? Glad I got two people. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate you coming up to my live. Yeah. So with that, I'll also be giving out um, certain other information and gifts from time to time. Make sure you check out my TikTok channel. It's Bible Glow TikTok at Bible Glow, and my Facebook channel, Breakfast with Pork and Beans and Eggs. I haven't seen that in so long. Okay, Jeff, people react to your photo. Wow, I got people from Parliament Funkadelic reacting to my image and my photo about the Bible. Look at that. Okay. No, that's okay. About the Bible. Look at that. Okay. No, that's okay. What is that? Hello. Hello, Bates. You are. Yeah. I'm being alive in the forums and the groups now. No more. So, yeah, so Facebook is Afrocentric Bible Secrets. Black history, black hidden scriptures. Could have been less raining than that. Yeah, yeah. So any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Anything? Got two people standing here. I'm standing here. I don't. What about the little one? It's like a little right? It's kind of I don't know, too reddish. Access. That's feature. Access. That's feature. Straight. This. Yes. Channel level settings. Channel level settings. The overlay will provide a countdown for the duration of the break. You choose from the videos. Okay. So the audio again is reverted. Okay. So you know what? We're gonna have to abort this particular method of communication. It's 2025. We can do better. I don't like the way it's colorizing. This camera is colorizing and giving it like a bright, glowy thing. There we go. Yes, all this, it's not picking up. The colors are adjusting when it's on. It seems like. See when I move, camera, and I'm not with that. So I guess I'm gonna have to go back to the phone for now, and try to work that, make that happen. Yeah, been here for 24 minutes and 37 seconds. Okay, I appreciate everyone that's been here. I should be here a little bit longer, but I wasn't really prepped, and and I'll make that up to everyone. Even the two people that's here. I don't know who's most likely Maggie. That's Maggie hanging around over there. My two diehard fans. I appreciate you both so much. Yeah, and then I'll have to come back on the phone because he said the audio. Look at that, fancy Microsoft camera, but value to people here if my quality and value of my equipment is not up to par. They're not going to fight with the, they're not going to fight with the equipment. I've seen a lot of professionals do it though, real I mean, they got people who have teams, so quite naturally those things are going to happen. You got one person in the booth, you got another person as a producer, and there's information coming from everywhere, and I'm just one person. I gotta do a little bit better than this. So thank you, everyone. Alejandro, I appreciate you, my man. Sorry about the audio hiccup, and yeah, I got to get out here anyway and try to see if I can take care of some business. And again, thanks for coming, and see you later.